This is the first video in my life management series, and today I want to talk about digital organization, keeping things organized on the computer and phone. So to start with, I'm going to talk about these bookmarks, and these are bookmark folders where you can organize multiple bookmarks in certain categories. So over here are the bookmarks related to the chat ministries that I'm a part of. This is for learning Spanish. This is for social media, keeping that in one place. And productions, that's for making videos and articles and things like that. Children, that's a list of videos and channels for my children to watch. I have them carefully picked and then organized by day of the week. They don't watch all of that every week, but that at least keeps them from getting bored with the same things. Homeschool, more resources for them. Music, that helps. It helps to have the songs and playlists in a folder. That way I don't have to chase them down on YouTube. And devotions also helps it helps to have it right there. And donate, that's for all the ministries and things that I want to give towards. So for Google Keep, this is a nice way to dump all the links that I don't need to be easy access. So the bookmarks are there for easy access, but then everything else, which is like maybe 2,000 or more links that I have saved up here, this is a place where I can just come back to things later if I ever need to. And we can take a look at the homeschool folder. This is just how it looks. You can start a new note and keep links organized. So it's very convenient for things that you might need someday and you don't want them cluttering your bookmarks. Now over here, this is Trello. I don't use Trello for everything. I don't use it for my schedule because I find that a little bit inconvenient. And so personally, I like to use Google Tasks for that. I'll come to that. This is just a list of things for ministry projects. Of course, it would apply to other things too. It can be for homeschool, for housekeeping, for business, that kind of thing. And it's just really convenient to have all these things laid out. I have them organized by format because if I tried by topic, it would be way too many topics. So this is how you do it. You add a new card and you can open to add details. That way, if you have a lot of thoughts about something, you can type out how to do what you're working on. And you can schedule it for a date in the future, like these I have planned for the future, and it'll remind you when it comes up. So this is really helpful. Also, Google Docs, this is a place where I keep some documents. I don't keep all my documents here, but it's a nice way to keep them stored online. That way, when I'm going between devices, it's all linked. For Messenger, you can either use this desktop or leave the link there. The reason why I do that is so that way I don't get sucked into Facebook, because if I go on the Facebook newsfeed, I'm going to get sucked in and forget what I came for. If you just keep the link to Messenger at the top, then that way you don't have to get distracted. And next I want to talk about Google Tasks. This is what I use for my routine and also the one-time tasks. This is what I love about Google Tasks, that I'm able to put in not only the routine, which is recurring, like right here, this is recurring, but also the things that are one time. Like if I just have one email to reply to, or like this gift that had to be sent, I included that, and it's nice to have that all in one place, and I don't have to rewrite all the routine things in my planner. And by the way, I've tried written routines, and I'm sure that works for some people, but to me, it looks like a lot of words, and I usually end up not carrying it out if I have a written routine. For some reason, it feels more manageable, and I know that doesn't necessarily apply to everyone, but for some of us, that's what we need. And you can see this is a good way to stay on track of devotions. That way you are reminded throughout the day. That way you're not simply caught up in the things that have to be done physically, but you can keep your spiritual focus. So I try to start with the day with prayer. I know I stay up late because I work at night, so that's why that's at 9:30 in the morning. It sounds late, but that's about the time that I get up. And then this is a reminder for, I did this for a little while. Once every week, I was doing each step of this. I really like applying those verses, and so that's a good way to keep it intentional, including that in your planner. And then you can see I overscheduled, but the nice thing is that, if you don't get around to every single thing, that you can reschedule, put it off till the next day, and it's pretty easy to edit. And again, that's one of the advantages that I think I like using something digital, is that you can easily edit without having to erase or cross something out. And you can also get to it by going to tasksboard.com. You don't really need to put app, but so it'll bring you to the same thing. And it also, another thing that I do is I write notes on Notepad or LibreOffice, kind of like Word. And by typing it out in a document, I'm able to keep track of all my notes, because I have a lot of thoughts that I like to jot down. So it'll be like by season or by the year. You might have like 200 pages for the whole year, which is pretty daunting, but the nice thing is that you can use the find feature, to search for your words that you remember, certain thoughts that you had. You can do the search for that, and so that can be pretty convenient. And I also use a terabyte. It's like a giant flash drive for storing things, so you can put notes and projects and pictures and videos on your terabyte and have, I forgot how many gigabytes it is, but it's a lot. So that's all that I have for digital organization, and I have more things like this coming. So I hope that this has been helpful.